So this time, there's no flowers, no Chinese food. All you get is me.
The extras didn't work. What makes you think you alone will?
Come on, Stacy. Don't I at least get an A for effort?
Futility should be rewarded.
I don't think it's futile.
Glutton for punishment.
So, maybe I think it's worth it. Maybe I think it's worth it for you to find out where I'm coming
Oh,
from.
I know where you're coming from.
I don't think you do. Or you wouldn't be acting this way.
Oh, so this is an act.
Stacy, I know what happened with Russ. I've known since the beginning. That's why I came over here this morning. I know what you must be going through.
Just be sure, Ione, that we weigh every patient when they come in and note it in the file. I think that Carver widow has been gaining weight daily.
No problem, Doctor.
Okay, now let's see. All right, we have some good news and bad news. First, Lucille will be coming back tomorrow.
Well, now, is that the good news and the bad news all wrapped up in one?
Well, I think that depends on her reaction to her plastic surgery.
Oh, no problem there. As a matter of fact, she's supposed to get the bandages off today at my place.
I wonder if her new look will change her Buck Sergeant attitude any.
Well, come on, Alex. Why do you think I hired her?
I tell you, with all the riffraff coming through these doors, there's no way we could have gotten along without Lucille.
Well, anyway, for better or worse, she will be back tomorrow. And I want to thank you, Liz, for helping out while she was on her vacation.
Well, I don't know how well I filled in as Buck Sergeant, but I hope my medical assistance was up to par.
Oh, you were perfect.
Now, let's see. Oh, yes, we have some more good news. Thanks to the publicity in the recent article of Upbeat Magazine, the clinic status has taken a turn from what was total disaster to guardedly optimistic prognosis. I had lunch the other day, and I guess the only way I could put it was that lunch was at the Hillsborough Country Club.
Oh, we're moving on up to the east side.
Well, anyway, these two gentlemen gave a couple of very fine donations to our little clinic here, and as a result, I'm happy to be able to give everybody raises.
Oh, hallelujah. Me and my deficient wardrobe can't tell you how much we appreciate this.
Well, it was long overdue, and I'm happy to be able to approve it.
And to think I've only been here a few weeks. You know, I didn't know free clinic work was so lucrative.
Now, let's see what's next. Oh, yeah. The bad news. Well, Ben's not being here is no accident. He officially gave his resignation yesterday morning.
Yesterday? Well, what's the problem?
Well, he accepted a position with the Bedford Institute, and I only hope that he's made the right decision.
Well, didn't you tell him about Bedford and some of those stories that come out of that place?
Yes, I did, but he said he investigated it, and, well, Ben has made up his mind.
And when Ben makes up his mind, are you going to be all right, Dr. Phillips?
Sure. Well, our prayers will go with him. Well, anyway, Alex is going to be taking up the slack, and Doctors Welty and Faulkner from Kingsley General will be also on rotation. Well, actually, in terms of manpower, we're better staffed. And as they say, the show must go on. Speaking of which, there are probably patients waiting out there for our door to open. So let's get on with it, huh?
Okay.
Oh, by the way, I forgot to mention one other thing.
What's that?
Terry and I are getting married.
Dang!
Well, it's about time.
Congratulations, Doctor.
Oh, none of this handshaking for me. Give me some huggy poo. Now, when did all of this happen?
Yesterday, last night.
Oh.
So the parade begins.
What is that supposed to mean?
Means that all of Kingsley is having their laugh at Stacy Phillips, and you're just the first.
Stacy, I didn't come over here to laugh at you. Why would I do that?
Oh, don't placate me with your innocent act. I've just thrown myself at the feet of Russ Weaver, and he booted me out the door with hardly a maybe on different terms we could have been something, Stacy.
Stacy, if you think I'm getting some sort of perverted kick out of this, you're greatly mistaken. I know the pain you're going through.
Oh, he feels my pain. Let me tell you something, Gil. No one feels my pain. Oh, you all want to jump in and examine it, but no one wants to feel it.
I didn't rush right over here when I found out.
No, you waited for just the right moment. Let's see Stacy at her very lowest.
If you think my staying away to give you time to adjust was callous, then, Stacy, I'm sorry.
I suppose now you feel it your duty to report on my progress.
Report?
To Peter. So Peter can tell Terry, and Terry can tell whomever. It is necessary that we all report on Stacy's progress, you know?
If you think that that's why Terry came over here, you are mistaken.
Mistaken?
Again.
Wasn't it Terry who started this whole thing? No one respected my privacy. No one stopped to think that something was being violated.
Do you think that Terry's genuine concern is a violation?
Everyone has used concern to disguise their meddling. Everyone is interested in helping Stacy with her relationships because poor Stacy isn't capable of handling any on her own.
I think you're overreacting.
Gil, it is so thick you can feel it. I'm just a fish in a fishbowl. And this little fish happened to spend a few months at the funny farm. We must be very careful not to let her have anything that might upset her.
Stacy, that's not fair. No one has kept anything from you.
What do you call what happened with Russ?
That's not true. Russ just wanted to be your friend.
Oh. Is that what you all decided?
That's what Russ decided. Everyone else could just see it a little sooner.
Oh, I saw it. I could accept his just wanting to be friends. But I didn't believe him.
Why?
You all drove him away. You all forced the issue for the sake of poor Stacy, never stopping to think that maybe, just maybe, Russ and I could have been something.
Well, tell me all the good details. Did he get down on one knee or what?
No.
No. I thought he was a romantic kind of guy.
Well, he is, but you wouldn't believe what happened.
Hey, with you guys, after this Bible thing and your kidnapping, I'll believe anything.
Well, it wasn't exactly that kind of adventure. It was more like a comedy of errors.
Oh, yeah? What happened?
Well, we were going to go for dinner at the Carriage House, right? But he couldn't get reservations there, so we wound up at the Greenbrier.
Not quite as romantic. Especially not with Aunt Nancy working.
Oh, Nancy, you wouldn't believe it. She was so
Why?
bubbly. She kept rambling on and on about the weather and everything. I think Dave was a little annoyed, but it didn't really bother me
But
too
don't
much.
tell me that she was there when he popped the question.
Oh, no. See, Dave got this call from Kingsley Hospital, emergency call. So we rushed over there, and he was with his patient most of the night. And finally, when things got settled down, he asked me.
Right there in good old Kingsley General.
Our home away from home.
Yeah. Well, that's typical. You guys would probably take a honeymoon at a medical convention or something.
I don't think so.
Oh, I won't pursue that. Sounds like it's a lot different from how Dad proposed from what you told me.
Yeah, I guess.
So you're not making any comparisons or anything?
I haven't really thought about it, but no, I don't think I'm comparing Dave to Scott. What do you think, Doctor? Do you think your old mother is forgetting your father too easily?
Are you kidding? I'm glad you're not.
I guess I'm glad too. Hey, Peter. You know, I'm really pleased that you're taking this so... Well, I was a little concerned about telling you. I mean, I know that you've been at odds with Dave because he wouldn't divulge his medical information about Vaughn to you.
Well, he was right. And I was wrong. Besides, the way Courtney's turned out, It's a blessing in disguise, huh? No, I'm happy for you. I really am. And I'm happy for the both of you. Yeah.
Thank you.
Stacy, you're accusing everyone of denying you the chance to have a relationship with Russ, and you're the one that's denying us the possibility of exploring our relationship.
Gil, our relationship was fully explored when you deserted me at the trial. Oh, I'm sorry, Stacy, but I'm not grown up enough to love you or even be with you when your world's falling apart. I'm off to Carolina with a banjo on my knee.
How many times do I have to apologize for the past?
Oh, please do it one more time, even if for your sake and not for mine.
This conversation is getting absurd.
What is absurd is your continuous stream of bubblegum apologies that you keep dragging into my life.
Is that what you think they are?
How do you think I could take them to mean anything else?
I guess not, Stacy. I guess that's all you could take them for.
I mean, the way you have meandered yourself back into my life, sort of observing me from a distance, making sure you're man enough to handle it before you make your grand entrance. And then, such bravado when you do arrive with your peace offering of egg foo young and your servile apologies. Oh, be careful with that little girl. She's such a fragile thing. When the only thing that's fragile is your ego.
Are you finished?
Oh, a new approach?
Yeah. I guess I'm beginning to see the light as far as you're concerned, Stacy. Or the lack of it. You want me out of your life? Fine. I'm out.
It's finally gotten through. What was it? The revelation of what a fool you've been? Or just facing your own weakness?
You don't want me in your life? I don't want to be in your life. I'm gone.
It's about time.
And when I say I'm gone, I mean it. I won't be back.
Be sure you take your friends with you.
That's up to them. And if you treat anybody the way you've treated me, you'll be just as alone as you ever want to be. I won't be around anymore.
Well, can I believe that I had something to do with this proposal of yours?
Well, I think your gentle prodding the other night probably spurred me on. I think we men are always going to get cold feet about this sort of thing.
Yeah. Well, has the date been set yet?
Well, actually, we didn't even discuss it, but probably this summer sometimes. But I'm going to leave that up to Terry. How about you, Alex? What's the summer hold for you? Any romance in the air?
I only wish there was.
Well, that doesn't sound too optimistic.
Sometimes reality never is.
Now, what's that supposed to mean?
Well, Dave, I guess my blessing is my memory of Carolyn.
You mean you feel that no one can take her place?
No one's been able to. Dave, I'm just not able to let go of her the way you have.
Alex, it takes time to let go.
But how much time, Dave? I tried going out after Carolyn's death. I even went out with Terry. But, I just have not been able to let go of my feelings for her.
Alex, don't think there's anything wrong with holding on to your feelings of Carolyn.
No, I know there isn't. But I just admire your capacity for being able to let go of your feelings for Kate. When I don't misunderstand me, Dave, I'm not saying you never loved Kate.
Oh, I know that.
I guess this just confirms that you made the right decision.
Well, I think I've made the right choice, thanks to your prodding. But I always have good memories of Kate, but that's over now. I only hope that some of my friends won't think that I'm rushing into this marriage, since it's only been 8 months since her death.
Well, now, don't you let those people steal away your happiness. They don't know the situation.
Yes. Well, I only hope that those who do know the situation, namely my daughters, will approve of it.
Well, I really do appreciate you coming over here.
You know, I don't do this for just anyone. Only my prettier patients get this kind of attention.
Don't give me any of your lines, you old smooth talker. And don't think I don't recognize pure compassion for an old fraidy cat when I see it.
Okay.
Ow.
This is kind of
Just
like
gonna
the
unwind
mummy's
this.
revenge, isn't it?
How's that?
Well, you know, when they go in that tomb and start taking the bandages off the mummy, and then they don't know that when they get them all off, that the mummy's going to come to life and they'll all be doomed for the rest of the movie. Didn't you see it?
Not recently.
Oh, well, I don't see movies much either, but... Ow! But I do see Chiller Theater every now and then. Oh, gosh, it feels like you're pulling my nose off.
Oh, sorry about that.
Oh, dear. You know what? I'm not just afraid of driving to your office and have all those patients staring at me. I'm afraid of taking this stuff off too soon.
Now, you and I both know the bandages weren't necessary.
Okay, I appreciate you playing to my vanity, but I couldn't stand all those black and blue marks and having to look at them all this time.
Well, there's still some discoloration. And there's going to be some swelling, too, for the next several weeks, but don't let that discourage you. Gee, I hope I didn't sew one of your nostrils shut.
That's very funny. Who you think you are, the Rodney Dangerfield of the medical profession?
I don't get no respect. Yeah. Are you ready?
Oh, dear, I guess so, if you are.
Well, go ahead, take a look. Just remember, you're still under construction until that swelling goes down. But I can tell you professionally that in a month or two, you are going to look terrific.
How is Stacy reacting to you and Terry tying the knot?
Actually, I haven't even told her yet. I was going to ask her to lunch and tell her then.
But don't you dare you get right on that horn. You call her and tell her. She'll be simply thrilled.
I'm going to make a phone call. Actually, I think she will be happy. You know, especially since she and Terry have been getting along better lately. It's funny, I thought this was her day off.
Yes, who is it?
Stacy, is that you?
Yes, it's me.
Is everything all right?
No, it's not all right.
Stacy, is there anything I can do?
No?
Well, look, I don't mean to intrude, but
Dad, I don't want to talk about it, okay?
talk about what? Well, look, honey, why don't we have lunch together? Can you meet me somewhere?
I am not very hungry. Look, I've got to go. Bye.
Connie Fontaine, I'm not.
Actually, I was after the Greta Garbo look.
Oh.
Come on, Lucy, you're a professional. Try to look past the swelling. That's a whole new contour there.
Sure is. I look like I've been in a barroom brawl.
Lucy, you are still going to be my little masterpiece. You just haven't completely dried yet.
Well, how long is it going to take?
Well, the swelling around your face should subside in a couple of weeks. And your nose, well,
Well, what?
well, that swelling's going to take a little bit longer to go down, maybe a couple months or more.
Months?
Yeah, we're just going to have to let nature take its course. Remember the pictures of my grandmother that I was telling you about?
Yeah, some wrinkled old photograph.
She was beautiful. And you're going to look just like her.
Really?
And speaking of pictures, sometime I want you to take the shots of you before the surgery. Now take a close look at each one of them. And then look in the mirror. The difference will astound you. By changing the contour of your nose, you're going to look younger and more intelligent.
Well, I certainly hope so, because folks are going to think I'm downright stupid for doing this to myself.
It's still healing, that's all. Don't worry. You're going to look great. And I would stake my reputation on that.
Really?
Really. I am very pleased. I don't know what else I could have done.
Oh, dear. That can mean one of two things.
Oh, what?
Well, either you just didn't have that much to work with to start with, or you really have done your best work and you're just too nearsighted to see the mess I'm in.
You know, if that wasn't a normal reaction, I think I'd be hurt. But listen, when those young men start beating down your door, oh, then you're gonna thank me.
You got that right.
Now, I have to go.
Okay,
You call and make a follow-up appointment.
I will.
Don't be discouraged. When that swelling goes down, ooh, you're gonna look terrific.
Thank you very much.
My pleasure.
Bye.
Bye.
Look out, world. Here I come.
After the way you hung up on me, I thought I'd stop by.
See how I was?
Yes, to see how you were.
Well, I'm fine.
I'm glad to hear that. If everything's fine, why are you so quiet?
Look, Daddy, I don't need you here right now. I appreciate your help, but I don't need it right now.
Stacy, obviously you need something. I mean, you just don't slam a phone down like that. Is it something I've done?
No, it's not you.
Well, is it Russ's leaving town? Well, how about Gil? Have you talked to him recently?
He was by this morning.
Well, now we're getting somewhere. What did you two talk about?
Dad, Gil and I are through. And if anything, that should bring joy into my life.
And yet you're upset about it.
It is not Gil.
Well, look, I wanted to share some good news with you about Terry and me, but...
Terry Davidson may well have destroyed any chances for my happiness.
Isn't that somewhat of a dramatic statement?
No, it isn't. You have no idea what she's done.
Well, suppose you tell me.
I don't want to talk about her. I don't want to have anything to do with her. And I sincerely hope that you don't either.